All right, everybody, welcome back. My name is Philip from the Art House Syndicate. So, we had a bunch of questions recently, and I wanted to help clear those up. So, we're going to go through the website a little bit. We're going to use fabdb.net, a great resource out there for anybody looking for deck building to search up cards, and that's how we're going to use it, is to search cards. So, um, so sorry about the mess on my desk. Also, um, garage fan pulleys do not recommend using this style. They kind of blew apart. And you see my new plant? My assistant property manager was like, hey, let's bring some green and some living stuff into his office. I appreciate it. So, we're going to go and we're going to look at our website real quick. So, the way that this website works is it is organized by the artist. So, you can come here. They're coming soon. Genesis coming soon. Still working with them. Still working things out. So, we are organized by the artist. But most players, they don't really pay attention to the artist of the cards. So, that's where we're going to come into FabDB. So, we're going to use, let's use Prism as an example. Okay? So, recently, Living Legend out, we've got Prism. This is an artist proof signed by Miss Olivia Prima. I appreciate that. So, what are some good Prism cards? We've got Phantasmaclasm. Okay, I like Phantasmaclasm. So we're going to look up Phantaz. It's probably just going to give me all the Phantasm cards. Sorry. I cannot spell. There we go. Phantasmaclasm. So if we come here, there's the card. Right down here, we can see the artist. One of the nice features that we've worked with FabDB.net to work with to do. And it makes everything so much easier. So, we can see that Phantasmaclasm, and oh, look at that, Glisten. We're all done by Mr. Marco Gonzalez. And so, if I come back here to our website, they are all alphabeticalized. So we're going to go down to Marco, and there he is. We've got a bio for him, and we can see, excuse me, where we can order stuff at. There's a couple of examples of his signature and the artist proofs that he's done. And here's, similar to FabDB, his card list. He actually had a lot of stuff in Uprising. So, let's act like we're going to go check one out, okay? So we're going to do artist proof of sketch. We're going to click on that. The starting price down the bottom is the starting price. Different cards will cost different amounts. And this is actually going to lead us into another question as well. So, we can see right there from $90. Then we're going to go select a card name. We're looking at Phantasmaclasm. And then this color is not the color of the sketch. That's the pitch cost, okay? So that's the stripe on the top of the card, not the color of the sketch, okay? It will not let you add to cart until, see, it'll come up with select color. So we got to select the red. And then it gives you an option to say, I want the card similar to the original art, the sketch similar to the original art of the card. Or I want it to focus on that little serpent dude, the little serpent thing in there. That's where you can ask for stuff like that. There's no guarantees the artist will do it, but it's asking. And so then you mess with the quantity, and then it will let you add to cart. And as you see, the price did go up because the $90 was a starting cost for, normally that's based off of the lowest rarity. And so a lot of the artists will charge different amounts based off of the rarity of the card. So let's click off that. Also, as a heads up, the current date is September 17th. And coming up here at the end of the month, we will be closing Cycle A, which does contain Marco Gonzalez. So, September 31st, we need to have orders in for him in order to be part of this ordering cycle. It'll be around 6 months or so before he comes back. So, if you want to get your stuff in, now's the time. Same with getting cards signed. We need to be able to get those orders in as soon as possible so that you can get them to either myself here in the U.S. or David out in Australia. And real quick, let's go ahead and here's a couple of his. Got Shadow Puppetry and a Phantasmaclasm. Some amazing sketches from him. Super detailed. Little touches of color, little touches of gold in there. And then I also have a Glisten that's unsketched. So, who else does cards for Prism? Let's go back over to FabDB. This was one of the latest promos that came out. Herald of Rebirth, right? Herald of Rebirth. Who did that one? Does anybody know? Daria. So we have had issues with getting orders with Daria in the past. We've since corrected those issues. Unfortunately, a lot of services to Russia, as you can see here. She does live over in Russia. A lot of services out there have been canceled and discontinued or suspended due to the current geopolitical crisis. So we still like supporting our artists. So we want to try to fight in order to try to get their product out there, right? So here's the whole card list. I don't know if any of you realize I'm a huge fan of Eclipse. Ghostly Touch will have a delay on it because we're, again, we've worked out shipping with LFS to the artists. It's just taking a little bit of extra time because of the extra steps that are involved in order to ship things to the Russian artists. But those will be coming. They're for sale right now because it is her current cycle, but there will be another slight delay. Her last cycle is currently on its way to me. I'm tracking it. I'm hoping to have it by the end of next week, and then I'll be able to get those orders shipped out. So we can see here all the cards done by Daria, and you can actually also get to their ordering page from the cycle page. If I come down here, there's Daria. And I'm sorry if I'm not throwing the accent in the right spot. Sorry. Here's her order cycling, or where you go to click on to get orders from her. Here's a couple pictures of her sketches and her cards. And you would order it similar to how we did Marco. And so she is the artist for Herald of Rebirth. And this is actually, I'm going to show this off real quick, a 3-piece sketch from her on the Herald of Rebirth Extended Arts. Absolutely gorgeous. And then she's also done cards like Soul Food, which I think is more of a Bolton card, maybe? I guess Prism can play it too. There's Food sketch. And if you're a fan of ice, you're probably going to be running Blizzard. And her landscapes are just mind-blowing. I'm a huge fan of her landscapes. She's also done some mountains for Magic. So, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. If any of this didn't make much sense, let us know. We can answer the questions as much as we can. So, yeah. Don't forget that this current cycle is going to be ending here in just over 2 weeks. So if you're interested in getting anything from the Cycle of Artists, go ahead, get your orders in. And if you want to get any signings, I need to get those very soon because shipping can take a while. So you might want to get those done now. All right. Thank you, everybody. Have a great one.